Alright, so there is a new feature on ChatGPT that lets you learn anything by interacting with elements on the visualization. So this feature is mainly created for students, but I believe even if you're not a student, let's say you are a professional and you want to create a sort of simulation or calculator that you can show to your client, I think this is a feature that you can use as well. So this is known as interactive learning in ChatGPT, and I believe this is just their extension of the study and learn feature that already exists for months. And this is actually a nice feature to have because now we can see the visual of the thing or variables that we just changed from the setting. It is really cool, and I think if I had this tool during my school years, I think my math grade would be a lot better. But anyway, if you want to use this tool, I'll show you how you can use it on ChatGPT, because even though according to OpenAI, the way to use it is actually quite simple, but unfortunately for my testing, it is not very consistent unless if you add something into your prompting. So let me give you one example. Let's navigate to chatgpt.com. And after that, you can provide the simulation, the visualization, the interaction that you want to have in the ChatGPT answer. So let's try this one. I never tried this, so let's see if I can get something here. So normally, you can just copy and paste, or maybe create your own prompt and then send the message, and then if you are lucky, you will get the visualization. But if you're not quite lucky, and that can happen sometimes, I highly recommend to add this line at the end of your prompt. So when you send a message and then ChatGPT doesn't show you the visualization, then perhaps you can force AI to please provide and render the visual directly within the chat window. So usually when you add this, it's going to be a lot more consistent. Okay, so I got this interactive element. I suppose I can mess around with the stiffness of the, I forgot the name of this thing, the metal thing that people use. Okay, so yeah, I guess I can interact, or maybe not. I'm pretty sure that the ball was moving at the very beginning, but now I don't see it anymore. Okay, I cannot touch any of this, which is kind of strange, but at the same time, I have no idea if this is something that I can interact with, or maybe I'm just limited to this variable setting. So let me just ask AI. Okay, I want to be able to drag those balls. Well, out of context, that would sound really strange, but I think ChatGPT should know what I was referring to. Okay, so this is what I meant. Sometimes ChatGPT will just give you the code, not the app, not rendering the whole thing within the same chat window. So this is one example. I actually ever encountered this once. And this is one example when I'm trying to create the Ohm's law visualization, and I got the code instead. So I basically have to I have to add this line, so it will force ChatGPT to generate this nice visualization. Now, I guess I'm going to try it again. I will try to use a different subject, I suppose. Let me just start a new chat, and I'll just copy this. Show me an interactive visual of the lens equation. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest, but you can pause this video and then you can read the prompt yourself. Now, at the end, I'm going to copy this extra instruction to force ChatGPT to render everything within the same chat window. And also, you can use the thinking model, but I think I'll just start with instant first. But if I wasn't able to get the visualization, then I guess I will use the thinking variation. Okay, that's really nice. So this is a simple lens or skylight focusing explainer from ChatGPT, as well as the formula that I suppose can be used in this particular application. Okay, yep, I can see that. All right, that's definitely working. Now, I think I cannot interact on the right side of the visualization. So I guess the only thing that I can do is changing the variable on the left side of the window. So it is somewhat limited, but given the accuracy, I think ChatGPT or OpenAI has trained the model a lot to be able to be very good at this task. I think it's reasonable that eventually there is a limit, or maybe some areas where AI cannot generate an accurate visualization. And I think that's actually a good point. So that's basically how you can generate your own visualization to learn many math and science concepts using ChatGPT. And remember, maybe you want to add this extra instruction at the end of the prompt to ensure that you'll get this nice visualization in ChatGPT. Now, if you like this video, then you can subscribe to this channel. But if you want to see perhaps other things that you can do with various other AI tools, then you can check out my other video up here, and I'll see you there.